Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Bitcoin Made Simple podcast. I am your host, Corey Tusick. On today's episode, I will talk to you about where do you buy Bitcoin? Because I remember the first time that I got into it, I was like, where do I buy it? So I texted a couple people I knew that had bought some before. And it's a nerve-wracking endeavor. If you're not new to Bitcoin, this is also useful to you because I'm going to walk you through, for beginners, where you buy Bitcoin to start, where you should be in the intermediate level, and where you should be towards the end. So, if you're an advanced Bitcoiner, you're going to want to stick around. Before we get into that, go to bitbox.swiss/Bitcoin Made Simple. Use promo code Bitcoin Made Simple to get 5% off. Sorry, I'm yawning. To get 5% off of your order. Also, it's the best hardware wallet. I have it right here. So this is the orange version. This is a one of a kind because have not released it yet. The normal one is black, simple, easy to use. Put all your Bitcoin keys right on there. Also, shout out to Barefoot Mining. Go to barefootmining.com. They're looking for like-minded investors and energy providers to help secure the Bitcoin network. And you can mine Bitcoin. Trust me, it's not that hard. If you have a little bit of cash and you want to get into it, Barefoot Mining is the place to go. All right. So, where should you buy your Bitcoin? It's a question that everybody that gets into Bitcoin goes all of a sudden, wait a minute, hold up. I have to buy this? I actually do it? Like, I mean, I remember thinking to myself, like, where do I just like go to a computer and like shove dollars into it? I mean, not really, but you know, was just thinking like, what do I do? So I texted somebody and they recommended that I go to a place. It's not a place that I'm necessarily a fan of anymore. And I'm also not going to shill a specific place for you. Um, because I'm not into that. Uh, there's a couple places I like, but also they're not a sponsor. You can actually, if you're a more advanced Bitcoiner, and you have a Bitbox, you can actually buy Bitcoin on the Bitbox desktop app, and it goes directly into your hardware wallet. Um, but for those of you that are just starting out on this journey of Bitcoin, I would recommend going to Google. I would go to Google and I would type in, where do I buy Bitcoin? Where can I buy Bitcoin? There is a Nerd Wallet article that's new, so it's always constantly updated. There are many articles, but there's also tons of websites that will pop up. I would also reach out to anyone that you know that buys Bitcoin, has Bitcoin, and ask them where they've bought it. Um, and then also, if you don't have anyone that does that, you can go to on Twitter at Corey Cory_Tusick Tuck, and send me a DM, and I'll give you my recommendations. But fine, I'll tell you, you should go to Strike. That's who I would use. Not even paid shill. Like that's just the they're a Bitcoin company, so they won't try to sell you a bunch of shart coins. Anyways, but when you buy it, you're gonna wonder, what should I do? And my recommendation is to keep it in an online wallet. That's where you should go with it. An online wallet, and um and don't try anything beyond that. Like, this is the beginning of your Bitcoin journey. I have the Bitbox. They're a sponsor. I want you to use them eventually. But if you are brand new to this, just buy some Bitcoin, and you know, you probably would most likely end up downloading whatever app you would use for the specific um service. You buy the Bitcoin there, and then you would stick it you would they might set up a wallet within that app. So you'll technically have a wallet, and that's where it'll sit, and that's fine. And just keep it there. That's where I recommend you start. Now you're gonna want to advance it a little bit. And but it's not that hard. It's just remembering, you know, you sign up for any of these simple accounts, you'll be able to buy some Bitcoin, you'll be able to see it, you know, hold on to it in your account. It'll be like a bank account. We all have those. You log in, your password. But like if it is like a bank account, if you forget your password, there's, backups and all that kind of stuff for you to be able to get in. So it's very pressure off. Um, the second thing you should do to become more advanced, once you're comfortable with that, is you should get a hardware wallet. Bitbox. Uh, that's the one I would go with, obviously. Um, but it's a nerve-wracking moment. And now this is where it gets into most Bitcoiners. So here's the fun fact. If you are new to Bitcoin, you get into it and you start using Bitcoin on a website and holding it in an app, and then you think I'm ready to move it to a hardware wallet. If you could put it on a hardware wallet, in my estimation, you're probably in the top 5% of Bitcoiners as far as technologically advanced. Because I think most Bitcoiners do not put their Bitcoin on a hardware wallet. They like to talk a big game, but it's not on a hardware wallet. Um, and there's a reason, because it is kind of a hair-raising moment. You type in all the information and, send it, and it's like a hair-raising moment because, in theory, if you send it to the wrong address, it's gonna go to the wrong wallet. You're not gonna do that because you can literally copy and paste the address over. You copy and paste it, you confirm it, you go, "Yep, okay, this all looks good." Bada bing, bada boom. Hit send, it goes through the mempool, it clears, you get your money, no banks involved. Um, I will recommend that you do that, but you gotta do it with a small amount first. So all if you're doing that for the first time, let's say, I don't know, just for simple math, say you have $1,000 on there and you're like, ugh, it's so nerve-wracking. Like, I'm gonna send my $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to this address. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing. Then send $10. Send $10 to your wallet. When you send the $10 to your wallet, it will show up, and then you'll know that you had it, and then you just send the rest to the same address. Um, but I just recommend a test address. I do a test address or test send with everything, and I can't believe, like, I saw that whale that sold 80,000 Bitcoin recently. Just, like, ripped the Band-Aid off. No test send, nothing like that. Unbelievable. And then if you become the most advanced after you get a BitBox02 hardware wallet is if you mine it. That's the best place to buy it. If you mine it. Mining can be a great business. Go to barefootmining.com, you'll see. Um, but mining at home necessarily isn't always profitable. But to me, there is some value of it. Let's just say you plug in a miner at home and it uses $10 of electricity a day and it gets you $12 worth of Bitcoin or $13 worth of Bitcoin a day. So you're like $3 profit. What's the big whoop? Um, just let it run because it's just literally collecting Bitcoin and sending it to your hardware wallet all in the background. You're not even doing anything. So you have to pay a little electrical bill to pay for it. That's the best way to buy Bitcoin eventually. But for most of you, you are new. So just relax. Find a simple, easy website. There's plenty out there. I like Strike, but there's others. And get your Bitcoin there. Manage it on the app for a little bit. Get comfortable. Maybe pay for one or two things with it from there. Then get a BitBox02 hardware wallet, and I will talk to you next week.